I told y'all, gotta be consistent, man. It's easy work. All right, let's get to it. All right, so now we over here on game design process. Obviously, I guess they're going from the beginning to the end of it. How do you plan it out? Set up your sprites, all that good stuff. So, who's excited? All right, so here's a sample game. What is this game that is sampling? Oh, wow. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, a pretty simplistic game. You just gotta push it off of it, I guess. Here we go. All right, so that's how the game works. All right, easy functions, easy. That's not really hard. All right, so first thing, obviously, is they want you to plan out your stuff. Is this important? Yes, actually, it's extremely important. You gotta plan out your project because if you don't plan your project, it's gonna be trash. All right, I developed my first game and it was trash because I was having like 3,000 ideas. I needed to plan it out, what I want to do, what I want to occur, and it's so easy. It's the simplest thing ever. Like once you plan, you gotta have it planned out. Games, video, content creating. Like you gotta have what you're gonna do. If not, it's gonna be like all over the place, and you probably will never get done one of your projects. So planning your projects is important. I'm not even gonna hold you on that right here. So, oh, I guess they want us to make that game? Ugh. I mean, all right, cool, I guess. Whatever. We on it. All right, so they're going to try to do it through just function tabs? Whatever, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and create this one. Set animation. No, sorry. What is it? No, yeah, set animation. Of our cake. To cake, I guess, right? Pretty simple. And then of course set your animation of your player to an alien that walks. This one already has a preset animation, so that's the easy part of it. Let's see. Set an animation of enemy 1. The cool thing about this is that you don't have to program this too much because it's kind of restricted. What I mean by restricted is only in this little area right here. So you don't have to worry about, too much of nothing. Now you are going to have to focus on, getting these things, excuse me. You're going to have to focus on getting these things to the right places. Now that's the only part. Like right now they're stuck up here. But that can be easily changed by giving it the right coordinates. Let's just do 10 and 10. Put it back 200. Now I'm doing this just so y'all can see it, but you don't have to do it because they're gonna make them set the coordinates anyway. All right, so boom. And so we already have our setup already. Now, what's the next thing they want us to have? Then we got all our players set up. All right, next thing is, what are they looking for? You'll need to get your enemies to a random position. Okay, that's fine. Basically with this one, all you're doing is adding a velocity X. Now, obviously, the area right here, it says each enemy's sprite is created at a 0 position, and an X is a random one, and they want a velocity. So, this is where, because I know how to program, I'm going to skip this step. I don't want you to skip it. So, they should have a function on here that says set enemy. If they don't have it, then we're gonna probably have to make it. I guarantee we're going to make it. Because I'm pretty sure they don't have it. Yep. We'll go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and get just go ahead and let's make a function right quick because I thought they would have it. But if they don't have it, that's fine. So go to function. And then I guess they're gonna name it what was it? Set enemy, I guess. And then set enemy 2. All right. Now, what is set enemy? We don't have a function yet, so let's go ahead and make these functions. So set the first one. Obviously, they said the X position again is 0, and then the Y is a random number. What does it say? 150 to 250? Because I'm assuming that's the width of it. Velocity X is obviously 2. And again, we'll go up here and we'll just grab this block of code and we'll just paste it in there. I'm gonna see if I can do this. If I can do it, I'm gonna copy and paste this and change this to 2. And I'm gonna do the same thing right here. 2. Oh, my bad. 2, and then 2. All right. And now we have basically what we want as far as them going across it. So boom. The only thing that we don't have is a reset. And what I mean by reset is like, as far as them resetting, we don't have that part yet, but we have the first part that'll have them move across the screen. All right. So next thing. Now, with this being said, they already had in their mind what they wanted to design. So that's the difference between you doing a lesson and you creating your own game. They already knew like kind of what they wanted to happen. Now they want basically a function that the right key is pressed and the player will move to the right 3. And obviously if you use the left. All right, so I think they should have that already. Player move, I think that's probably what that's gonna be. I might be wrong, but I want to say that's right. All right, and so let's go ahead. I don't know if they want to do up or down, but I'm gonna do all of them because it's not that hard to do. All right, so again, if statement, player move, and right now we want it. I guess they're gonna start with the X. What was it? Key down right. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna want it sprite X. What's the name of this? Is it called player? Probably easiest thing to remember it by. Player, and then let's give it a plus, I guess. All right, now obviously set animation to all right, this is gonna be the weird part, is that I don't know if it's gonna turn. So go into animations right quick. So right now this is walking to the right. Now we want this to go, if I press left, then it's not gonna go left. And I'm gonna tell you why, because of this. So let's duplicate this and change it so it can go left. I mean, I'm just being honest. It won't, because it's not gonna go. Now, the easiest way to do this is click on them. They have a flip right here. We're just gonna flip it. That's all. That's all we're gonna do. Literally, that's it. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you don't do it this way, it's not gonna work the way how you probably think it's gonna work. So right now, if we wanna go to the left, then we wanna flip it to the left. And the reason why it's yellow is because we didn't put player. All right, so right now, if I'm pressing these keys right quick, Oh, my bad. Sorry. Let me put a -3. It'll do the same thing. All right. You can see kind of where it's at. Now, obviously, it can't go up or down right now. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the next one. I want to say it's the next one. And if it is, all we're going to do is do the same thing. Yep, go up and down. All right. So let's go back to it. And again, I'm going to show you how to do this a quick way. All right, let's copy it and paste it twice. And we got one for up, right? Another one for down. Now on this one, we probably don't care about the animation. That's not gonna be it. But we do care about this because it has to be a Y. So what is the easiest way to do this? All right, so up, obviously we know it's negative. Down is gonna be a positive, right? And then go in here where it says show text. You've seen this in one of my other videos. Change this X to Y. If not, you're gonna have to drag it over. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. You're gonna have to just drag it over. There's nothing wrong with dragging it over, but I'm just saving you some time because I care about you now. All right, so boom. Watch what happened. Hey, I'm just letting you know. Right? There you go. That's your keys. All right, cool. Next, what was the next thing they want us to do? Next thing they want us to do on here. The next thing they want us to do on here is we already did that already. Wow, that's crazy. We already did that. We've already done it. We already did it, so it's too late. You can't stop our greatness. All right. Next thing. Cause like sometimes you guys just gotta figure out like it's not gonna work that way. Now one of the cool things is like game engines like GDevelop, they come with behaviors, and you don't really have to do that, to be honest. So it'll do it for themselves. So let's do the next part. Next part says put an if loop. What's the if loop means? So that if it's touching it, so if the enemy is touching the cake, basically you just want to make sure that it goes back to where it started. It's the cake, right? And decrease the score. All right, cool. I don't think that's that hard to do. Let's go ahead and knock that out. Boop, boop, boop. Gotta get out. What if statement? So if statement, right? Is it touching? Right. And what is it touching? Is enemy. Right, I think it's enemy. It's enemy 1 touching the cake. Okay, we don't want to touch the cake. Right? All right, if it's doing that, then two things we want to happen. One, we want the score to go down. That's just point blank period. Right, so score. And then score. Get a minus over here. Now, why is it? Because we're just typing it in. For all those who don't really know it. -2. Now, I think we already have a get one, right? So we can use that and we don't have to code it over and over again. So on this one, we don't have to code what we already have coded. And we want that to, Control Z. We don't want, no, don't do that now. We want it above it. All right, there we go. Do we have a score up here? We have a score. All right, and enemy 1. All right, and we're gonna do this exact same code for the second one. So again, we're just changing 1 to 2, and then 1 to 2. All right, so just see how it looks right now. So it's gonna go over there, and boop boop, and as you can see, it's decreasing the score. Hopefully through this process you're already seeing so far, it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. Do. All right, what's next? The next thing they want us to do is us to do next? Next thing they want us to do. Copy the. I already did that already. Change the names. I already did that. We already did that. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Just stay with me. You're gonna be done. Okay? Just stay with me. We've already did that. Already did it. I didn't even know that was the next one to do. All right, enemy, velocity, all this good stuff. So create a function. In this function, we've already did that already. We have it down here. All right, maybe we just ahead of the game. All right, I mean, it's gonna make my video go a little bit quicker. Okay, next. I mean, like, all right, next one. This display thing. Now that's what we didn't do. We didn't do this yet. Now remember, the display thing is going to be different because we have to code that in there. So in the case where we're displacing these amazing, wonderful people, it's not that hard. First thing we want to do is we want to go get our displace. All right. Now we're gonna do this for both. We're doing it for the player and the enemy, right? So player is going to displace enemy 1. The reason why I copy and paste so much is because I just don't want to, like, what's the word? I don't really want to, like, mess it up as far as two. All right. Now we're gonna do this. Oh, no. What? Oh, why didn't we do that? All right, and we'll do this again for the second sprite. We're not doing that bad. This is a little longer than I thought, though. I ain't gonna lie, but it's all right. We'll make it all right. All right, so boom. So in this case, we have it. You should see what happened. Oh. All right, cool. It's working the way we think it works. All right, cool things. Now the debug is there for like a whole bunch of reasons. Because our collider is on a square, I want to say. So you can set the collider to be a circle, and what happens is it'll interact with like a circle. So instead of being a square, it'll interact with like a circle. And that's not hard. You just go up here and then you just go ahead and put your colliders on there. So again, set colliders like we learned in the I forgot what lesson it was. But again, we can take this collider of a player, and then again we can change it to a circle. I'm gonna just do it for both of them right now because one for enemy 1, and then 1 for enemy 2. All right, and then at least you have all your you'll have all of them there. All right, and then again when we run these things, you'll see that it's going to come off a little bit smoother. You see the difference versus a square. You kind of know what's going on. Then a rectangle. Now the last thing we got to do is we got to make sure that when it touches the blue part, or what they would consider the water, that it will reset. So we have one more left. Sorry. All right, so there's only one more thing we have to do, and that is get this to reset. So in order to do that, you would just come up here to where the boundaries are. All right, so in this case, there's two things we want to do. One, we gotta get an if statement. That's the first thing. Why? Because we need to go ahead and clock where this boundary is. It's going to touch right now below 140, and then above the Y one. So this is what we're looking for basically both of them. And so You're gonna do this twice because you can't just do it once. All right, so let's go. So in the case, get our math. If it's greater, I want to say greater. If it's below, so in the case where the y is, I don't think is that right? No, that'll be, yeah, that's right. So, all right, so in the case, enemy 1. I just got the things turned sideways. In the case where it's above, it's greater than this, we want to do 2 things. We want to add a score to it. So where our score at, I'm going to show you how to add a score. I just do it right now. Variable. I'm going to add a score. 7 score. And I don't care which score it is. You can put it which ones. Right? So we got to score this thing. All right, 1 score to be 2. All right, that's fine. And we want it to get this reset of the function. Now that's the part where we wanted to reset it. So once it hits this, once it goes, so it's not really hitting the water. What it's really doing is it's going below a certain line. And once it get below that line, it resets it. And it happens all the time. You play any video game, a 2D video game, and it goes below the ground, it resets. That's all that's going on. It's not like it, now sometimes it touches something like a fire or something like that, but most of the time it just touches an imaginary line. Sorry to kill your dreams. But all right, so that's the first one. And we're gonna duplicate this because let me just change this right quick. To, I think it's 140, right? All right. And so this is what it look like so far. I don't know which one is 1, but hopefully. All right, so there you go. You see how it, now that doesn't even matter. So this thing is, if I push it towards it, you push it down this time. All right, now we got that one working. And what we're gonna do, come on y'all. Y'all already know what we do. Copy this thing, Control C and Control V, right? And let's just change up what it's saying. So right now we got enemy 1, let's change that to enemy 2. And we have our game, y'all. I mean, like, that's it. Pretty simplistic stuff. You can see the power of having a function. Right? And that is legitimately your game, right? So boom, here we go. Oh yeah, you can kind of spam it already. I don't know if you can spam it or not. Oh yeah, look at this double. All right, and we have our game, y'all. Congratulations. You can see the design process of this thing, how it works. Of course, they have different ones right here. You can change it up, bunnies and all this stuff. You can do all that good stuff. You can have a game over screen, all that good stuff. But I'll let you work that out. But that's basically the design process of how they had this. And it's actually, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a pretty cool game. A scale of 1 to 10. For kids or students, I give it like a 7. I give it like a 7, for real. Especially if you can keep your high score. Yeah, 7. 7 for sure. 7 for sure. All right, there it is. Thank you for allowing me to serve y'all. God bless.